Like the moves.
Alright. Mazi baridi mazi inanikomonga you guys. Jani lala na sweater na nini? Na t-shirt, which is unlike me.
Lala na dem.
You guys, congrats. You guys,
it's my sweater. Check give out there.
Mazi nimeka na Nduta paka we are both operating bila.
Invest na sweater onesie, unajua onesie.
At least Nduta kuna wasa na mproposia mazi.
Hii mazi kuna mtu ananiproposia you guys.
Mazi female nzigereses. Our boy here is suffering the cold mazi. Do some.
And ziggers.
All
right. Okay. You guys introduce the pod, you guys.
Welcome to yet another episode of the Kisiangani podcast.
Yeah.
Cold Wednesday afternoon, maze. So how are you doing? We're here with Nduta, the one and only Nduta, mama boy. What's Nduta?
Ofiti, maze yenyewe tu.
Maze ameshona her own clothes.
Hey, tunacheki maze.
Yeah.
From farm to torso. My silk. Check getting high on your own supply.
It's like upcycled jeans.
Yeah, this is upcycling bana.
Nice. Kali by the way. But ulitengenezea for sure.
Yeah, I did.
Damn you guys.
I did. It took it.
Oni kaa Ruto unajenga nini? Nini? Church ndani una preach.
Check it is my own jacket. Mimi nitatengeneza jacket, mnaniambia nini nyinyi?
Kama sina sweater, Kenya haina sweater.
No apologies. I will apologize to no one.
Sweater ya mabati. Pale Ngong.
Vitu ni tatu, sweater, baridi na wewe.
No, this is dope.
And we have Emmanuel Kisingani.
Yeah, you guys, man, they represent.
Lomi somebody all blue. Show them your socks, maze. I like the socks.
Shit, some happy socks, bro. You guys, maze. I'm really killing it. Nilala nazo last night. Bado zina ziko kwa shift.
Yeah, niko
paka kesho, you guys.
You
guys, I discovered kuna like 0.5% of people who are between 40 and 55 who watch this pod, you guys.
What percent again?
0.5.
0.5.
Yeah.
Kwani wewe watch it? That's you rewatch.
That's you when you
I think ni mimi na mwafa.
No, it has to be a lot more than that.
I'm sure your audience here will say my age are growing pole.
65 plus?
I see there's nobody you guys.
Posters no icona 65 plus.
For real?
Surprised more than 1%. Yeah. I'm like,
damn, you guys.
These old fuckers. Must be some, I don't know.
I think the guys are regretting they didn't play sports, you guys. They're too old.
That's my actually that's my audience. Because me I still think I can play, but nikitokea kwa field jo, my joint pain.
But your show is doing well. Congrats, you guys.
Thanks,
episode 2 ina imefika
like 200 to 50 views.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to
now
you.
130 subscribers.
You guys are killing it. So to
let's go, man.
You guys tuneni hapo sports stars. Tufurike huko kama nzige.
But then like kuuliza ungekama ungefanya ukasema swimming, si ndio? It's too bad July you can't do swimming.
Yeah.
What else?
Our balls won't be in the episode.
Nduta will
Take the ball.
I'm not athletic. I can't even tell you nothing. Maybe we could sprint 100 meter to how far.
Nduta anaweza kama urui.
Na hiyo nini?
That's what she used to do for sports.
Sports day.
Mini mrui.
Anaipita kikosi kinachopita mbele yake nikia warui. Extraordinaire.
So how long have you been a mrui?
Tangu nikue class 2.
Yeah, maze. So minta kamio swimo, you guys, when you're ready for me, you guys, man.
Sasa.
And George Wabero.
Yeah, George Wabero in the building. Hey! All the way from Juja. Umetoka Juja leo?
Yeah, nimetoka Juja.
Na nilikuwa mse hiyo siku ya maandamano Sabasaba. Kaniambia naelekea Juja. Really shangadi.
What's even that? Sabasaba, si ndio? Yeah. That's the day you're saying.
Yeah.
Nimetoka Utawala, nimechukua matatu and then I used the bypass.
Huko.
Nikifika Ruiru napata saa choma barabara.
Oh yeah. Hapo kwa roundabout.
I have my laptop, I have my camera, I have my audio.
Kulikuwa na squad.
Bro, wote wana kama goons.
Yeah.
So Martin to drop bypass katikati, I have to walk.
Katikati ya bypass. Haikuwa inafika hata hapo Kamaki.
Haikuwa inafika Kamaki. So I stopped there. I walked all the way to Ruiru stage. With a heavy bag. No, weirdly, you know, you're paranoid. My camera, everything, it's heavy. I'm trying to act like it's not heavy.
I love when you freaking lights.
Of course, I'm a light beam for everyone.
So what happened?
So I took Nduthi from there to Juja charge me
from where now?
From Ruiru stage.
Yeah.
Ulienda paka kwa stage?
Nilitembea. At least I could see when you see women and chicks walking around, you're like
even me, I'll make it.
Yeah. Even I mean I'm part of,
because I was talking to you, I'm like, unaenda wapi?
I was like, cause Utawala kuna shit ilikuwa happen that early say 10 a.m. hivyo. So nikasema kila place inakaa.
Now I've staged down towards Juja. There were no mats?
Yeah,
hakuna cars on the road. So I took a motorbike, charged me for 50, went, and then tukipitia there's all these barricades with goons. Like they stop the
bike,
the border.
Yeah.
Goons.
Hey, goons, bro. Okay, see, they just look like goons. Wakona weapons and they look.
But you're going the opposite direction.
Yeah,
to but sasa wasewa border, I think wanajua like you can't. It's a community around the border, guys. So just act like you've been here before. Trapita, and then you just shout one time. Bro, you know your password. Yeah, you're through.
So lilipa how much your border
for? So
that's not too bad now.
Yeah, considering
the camera,
lap saba.
You have balls
of steel.
Me, I was in the digs. You guys hearing gunshots.
But
my bro called
Kite was bad.
Hey, Kite is always bad early in the morning. So my bro was telling me guns. Bro wanaishi hapo Kite, but like third row from Tao. So he was telling me guns wako inja keja yake, you guys. So ameandika hapo kwa group ya family ati, hey, guns are outside my house. So my other bro lives in Webuye is like, call the police.
I'm praying for you. Ati thoughts and prayers.
Like what kind of useless advice is that? Ati call the police, you guys.
So he was just chungulia akiwa amekaza haga.
Maya mazeni kamkola kaniambia wako hapo nje unagonga. Unajua kuna fence ya mabati. Mano.
Ai, so wanapiga tu.
Mano tika pa.
Cheki Manu kwa phone. You guys, what's up? Manu nasikia kuna magonzi huko nje, bro. Bro, chill, bro.
Cheki fanya hivi, kani noma come home.
Was cutting.
Was cutting, bro.
You guy, I told him to come home.
Wow.
Do it.
We
toka tu. Kitao magunzi.
Toka na watu hiyo come now, waambie magunzi unakam kwangu. So he barricaded himself inside, man. Today I called him akaniambia natafuta doza nini za kujenga ukuta
bana. That's scary.
So the hope is magoons lose all their arms wasiweze kupanda ukuta.
Wadau, nimesikia mmechoka mikono. Twende home.
Take the goons, take
Introducing ladders for goons tired arms.
Hey, I wish ningeweza kupanda hii wall na mtenga. Lakini hatuna mikono.
Unarmed. The goons were unarmed. Unarmed and dangerous.
You gave me think even if you have a wall they'll ingia you guys. But obviously it's a mental deterrent.
You know what you need? Dogs.
Oh yeah, he actually has dogs. Yeah.
How many?
He has 2 dogs.
Cheki yo dogi kikunja mkie kiingia ndani kio hepa.
Cheki dogi cheki. Hizo ni magoons.
All right, that's my time, guys. Right.
You guys, ini beyond my scope, bro. Because mimi ni gangsters. So it's a goons.
Unachukua job description. Mr. Ambio nifukuze magoons. Kazi yangu ni kubweka kula nini uji.
Alafu usiku sasa ni mchana. Acha tu nitulie hapa.
Bro, let's get pussy in 2 months. Sasa hata sina motivation ya.
But my bro was telling me that dog iliuma mazembocho wao you guys.
Alikuwa goon pia. Inside job.
Maybe my bro has to investigate. Take it. Are you a good?
Goodness.
Ilimuuma tu randomly mazo ilibidi aenda rabies shots.
Ndio. Ilitea her skin.
Yeah. It's normally nasty if your dog bites someone. Kwanza if you haven't vaccinated it.
You know in the US
if
your dog bites someone it's put down. There's no two ways
really,
about it. There's no two ways about it.
Hata ukiongea nao.
Hata ukimwambia niume basi tulipishane ikwe.
So it's put down, eh?
It's put down.
Have you ever seen those Rottweilers? Is it Rottweilers? What are the name of those dogs? The 2 small dogs.
Not Rottweilers.
Yeah, they're small and stocky.
Pit bulls.
Yeah, pit bulls. So they bite, then they don't let go, man.
Pit bull, lazima urushe kidole kwa matako. There's no, I'm telling you, there's no other way.
For real, unaipiga ondole.
Sindio.
Cheki, unaipiga hivi ama
like what's the position? Bro. unaweza ka foreplay kwa consent unaomba consent kwanza see where
I agree. If it's umaiing you, do what you can to
you
get
haven't
yourself
seen
out.
videos of like dogs unleashed and then they, especially with other dogs, they like are aggressive. Alafu ikishika tu bite the smaller dog.
Kills it, huh?
You're trying to like mse akona like a wooden like hizo marungu gunzo alikuwa na beba anaichapa hapa like with all the force. High is kish.
It goes crazy, huh?
It doesn't feel it. You know the adrenaline in the dog is so much. So the only way ni
ondole.
Unashika na wewe.
I think dogs you guys are homophobic. Cheki. Utanikula rasa nikiwa hapa. No, nilikuwa nataka kudedisha hii dog nyingine lakini sasa wanacheza na rasa yangu.
Bro, siguze rasa bro. Ayo si fiti.
Take I'm not gay.
According to the Geneva dog laws of
wow. You find a dog which is gay now inafurahia you guys. Bites even more. Imeva scarf. Yaki weendeleanga manze mimi nikiuma boys.
Yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, that's the only way. Mimi nimechiki. You know, I take my dog. Shout out to Elena if you're watching.
Elena manze.
I take my dog for jogging almost every day when I'm there. Alafu, the thing I worry most about is just other dogs.
Yeah.
They're supposed
to be trained, right?
My dog is socialized with people, so people are not a problem. But with other dogs, my dog is akuna dogi shaipenda dogi yangu. My dog is a bully and she's female.
Real, huh?
Yeah. She's not likable.
She's the one who's gonna instigate it. Ndivyo unasema.
Yeah.
Ideally they should be trained even when another dog is around. They just chill
until you give an
order. Or even like a random animal.
If a cat pops out and runs, my dog my dog will just, which is bad discipline. I'm trained ako easy skills zake zina pack up
lakini
hatatoka mbio which is a great improvement but she should just relax and be okay. Observe tu kawaida.
Me my dogs have never been that trained, you guys. Where mazi so have interrupted you.
I just wanted to keep on the dog topic because I know you've had such bad luck with dogs.
Yeah, you guys, my dogs are in heaven,
which is crazy because you love dogs.
My dogs take cheki kama hizo dog zingine 5 hata huyu amekufa.
No, but like when was do you remember your first?
But I've only had 2 dogs
as a kid. Like why do you love dogs? Like do you remember as a kid did you have dogs?
Yeah, we had some dog called Simba. We grew up and then we had another one called Jimmy. Tukahama nayo tukaenda nayo Nax ikadedi. So now when I said when I get a compound I'll get my own dog, you guys. But my first dog we stayed for long with my first dog, like a small dog. I used to call it Jeremy.
What breed?
It was called a Papillon. It was like a tiny dog. It was smart, eh?
Yeah,
it was a very nice dog, you guys. It used to smell me from far and start barking like a nonsense. So that dog we lived together for long nicely. But hii ingine Lulu ndio mazee 10 year Lulu mazee ilikuwa a bit short.
You know? Yeah, I remember when Lulu went to dog heaven, mazee.
You guys, there was a time my dog Jeremy was trying to komonga another big dog, you guys. Nilirumia, you guys. Check suiname mazee dogi kukomongi.
Ama tuina, ama wainame.
I saw some other dog which actually enamored for another dog to komonga. It's a short dog.
Wow.
But what do they produce? Midgets.
It's gonna be hybrid, a breed.
Oh, midget but not a midget.
Yeah. Something, but if I zote zi breed.
Mtaa kuna dogi fulani 3 ndogo you like their friends, they roam around and I've been trying to get them to be friends with Elena to no avail. Like zinachukia Elena. So one day naambia Elena, we simama ka chini hapo because they like fear her because she's bigger. Ka chini, mi niende, I try and papasa them and then introduce them. So mi naenda kutembea zinajificha kwa ka wall fulani. Kwenda kutembea hivi bro napata zinadinyana
hizo zingine shit, you guys.
You know what I did? Turned around and went back to Elena. Yeah, cause what do you do after that? Like
si ungepeleka Elena pia bimango
ama
ningefanya
nini ya nyuma
ngoja umalize waambie nini ilikuwa imemleta hapo.
You guys must ungezirecord, you guys.
No.
Nduta, do you have any dog like pets growing up?
We had a dog hen growing up at any time, but recently we had a dog ilikuwa inaitwa Bok.
Bok.
Yeah, BOK.
Ilikuwa Sudanese ama?
It was just ilikuwa black, yes.
Oh yeah.
Ilikuwa black.
Yeah, but ilikuwa too it wasn't a breed
Kenyan
dog. It was just
Shepherd.
one of those motainers.
Normally get bummed by these white guys who treat kienyeji dogs like pedigree dogs.
Yeah,
There's not chick who told me had.
We're telling you umbo on your streets, bro. This ain't Netherlands, nigga.
Amefungia sijui kiscarf. Like what are you doing?
Bro, your doggy is not gay, bro.
Watch even live the life.
I ain't a pronouns, mse. You need doggy, bro. Chill.
So some chick tells me her dog is dying, maze nimpeleke kwa vet, eh? I'm like, maze pole, maze. So tukatoka tukaenda kwa hiyo vet. You guys nikapata kishenzi hapo kina dedi.
Doggy na die?
Yeah, it was old.
Niko na bishtango ni Chinese.
But I was shocked because I was expecting some pedigree dog.
Oh, it was old.
Motena.
Yeah, it was just a Mutina which was old.
See, bro, don't. Exactly. Thank you, man.
No, hata kama umebond.
Well, you're a dog person.
When you're a dog person,
oh, yeah.
So unaipeleka kwa vet.
Unajua miski ati dogies you
to home.
Ati dogies you hepas kijua zina die.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, die too.
Just like cats, huh?
Even
God damn, I fucking love dogs. Fuck. Like you shit, like it knows it will cause you sadness, so it goes away to die. Yeah. Bro, come on.
For real.
Yeah, I fucking love dogs.
Dogs, when they look me, your dog here to bark, it looked me in my eyes and I would see this animal loves me.
This is a person.
We used to call it a person by then.
In the eyes you can, from a dog mazi unaweza tell.
Uzuri ya dogi, hata ukisota itakufuata tu. But a cat will hammer to the neighbors.
Cats. I love cats, but fuck cats.
Love in a hammer, you guys. Check it, Surudi. The other day I found my cat in gear in the neighbor's dick.
Ikijipatia counter offer.
Taking me, Allah, that is my cat. I really bebered it and put it in the car, you guys. Check maneno ya kuenda kwa watu utawacha.
Acha bro. Don't be a fucking.
So what happened to Bok, mazili dedi?
I just went hivyo kuzurura kwa maneiba huko and then it never came. Yeah, I think ilipigwa na wase because it was a bit older. Ilipigwa na one. Ilipigwa magunza side.
Yeah, that is sad.
But we've had dogs a lot.
You don't have a dog now?
We don't have one. We didn't get another one because you know it was my work to look after them. Na me, I can't take on more work. Plus condo. I don't want that.
Bushori guy.
Yeah.
It's too much.
It's too much.
Bushori guy. Nilikulaani juzi. Juzi nilipiga ki live stream.
I saw that.
I saw a bit of it.
What prompted that?
I was just in the digs. I'd been in the house since Friday night, Saturday night. So Sunday I was like, hey man, I need some human interaction.
Niko na camera, yeah.
Niliingia tu na phone.
Niko hapo
tukapiga story hapa nikalani hiyo mse wako. Check.
Nakutemea mate wewe.
Rasa yake iko ichi saa hii guys. Until he calls you and apologizes for happying with that. For kumongering while wearing your boshori.
Check it. You know, it's weird enough when you put your energies, you concentrate hivi. Ni kama una manifest mse. Na mbele siku nilikuwa na story ule mse mwingine.
Ule the married guy.
Ane. Hiyo siku alinipigia simu.
For real?
Yeah.
Anasema nini?
Sikushika lipiga late. Mimi nilikuwa nishalala but I saw it.
Alafu labda uko na your new boyfriend alafu anakupigia late.
Azim of course anajua I don't do that.
Ndoto alikuwa hapa. Check akishona hiyo nini yake.
Sota yangu.
Wewe maze nduta maze uko Ngong, what was cutting ba?
Ngong hata mimi nilishanganiaje kulienda.
Ulikuwa unasikia hizo gunshot?
No. Okay, I'm not too close to Ngong town by the way.
Oh, okay.
But
uko wapi Bulbul?
Usiseme. Don't say.
Okay, sawa usiseme.
Yeah, but
it's big.
Not near Ngong town. So we sasa unaona tu kwa mtandao, madhani alikuwa ananipatia updates hata news. We had the news on the whole day. So Ngong kuna
no.
Hiyo tu vile wasali tokezea. I think people started looting. Kuna Naivas fulani hapo hivyo juu. People wanted to go start looting there. Yeah. Kwa sababu vurugu and people were saying ni maguns fulani wamekam sijui kutoka wapi kukamkuu. Sure? So there was that's what they were saying but of course if there's vurugu everyone ingilias even wasewa huko wasewa wapi. So hapo kuna wase kadhaa walishutiwa, wase wengine hata kuwa wa hiyo maandamano ilikuwa tu mskamse wa boda.
Yeah, unajua kuna mzae fulani anaitwa Woodruth. Sijui kama ushaimmeet hapo chini na kina Frank. So he sends a message hapo in the group. Kuna group fulani akasema my son has been shot outside my gate.
Guy, wapi uko sasa?
Mama picture graphic although he had been shot in his arm. So the guy sent a photo of even how the arm has been ripped like this.
That's too graphic.
So seeing the nyamas they're looking for the freaking bullet. Yeah? But now you're shot outside their gate, you guys.
Yeah, outside. Where is this that he?
Kiserian.
In Kisei, guy. You know, cops came afterwards. Hata huko tu Ngong pia walikam tu na wakaingia kwa mamtaa hivi wakishoot.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Which is very crazy.
Because there are no looters in them, ta?
Yeah, I don't
know. What
about
the 10-year-old? Was she 10?
Yeah, some chick was in her digs watching house.
And watch TV. Manze, that is just. Alafu Ruto, manze Ruto amepeana address fulani then nimemsikia hata kwa news nikikam kwa mat. Ametalk tu shit anasema wale wasa wana loot wapigwe risasi kwa mguu. Amesema hivyo? Yeah, ndio wamesema
wapigwe risasi.
Polisi wapigwe risasi kwa mguu mtu aende hosi alafu aende kotini. That's what he said.
But how do you know who's who?
Yeah.
Because Woodrow story was just hapo nje ya gate yao. Amesema hivyo. Leo nimeisikia kwa news sahi.
I mean
yeah, that's nasty, you guy.
Ruto hakuna kitu anafanywa. Amefia tu hakuna kitu. There's nothing anaweza ambiwa. Umsesa as in it's a gone case.
Yeah, I think so too.
But that's bad.
But for cops to fucking shoot aimlessly into a house where
hata vile wamefunzwa. Even hata vile wamefunzwa
US bro. Tukwa Atlanta ama
may think we should read at least these guys. I love to ingie nini. ICC now, I say you guys. Whoever is engaging next, we have a mega trial like in Rwanda. In Rwanda, they are trying all those guys for
crimes against
genocide. Remember those guys for genocide?
Yeah.
Most of them are put in jail, you guys. Yeah.
With ICC?
No, them they
like
in Rwanda.
Just inside, like
yeah, they had some
tribunal, I don't know.
Yeah, they had some local courts. So unaenda unastakiwa say alafu you arrested and wekwa ndani you guy. You know in Rwanda mazee gava ikulishi go unaletwa dish na mzee wako.
Kauna
cheki weka na umemsije cheki bash ni aje
wewe wadau umekelea zi
cheki niko hapa vi jealous ja dish 2 weeks bro.
Hiyo ni fiti bro, unajua uko na yuta mbita pungua. Ini diet.
Cheki utani call back. Okay.
Hello.
So you just have to pass away you guys.
Cheki nikimletea chipo zimekauka za nini? Za open mic. Chibalas.
But Kite was also nasty.
Kite bana mpaka wakaingia kwa level 4 hospital.
Yeah, I saw that story man.
Yeah.
Somebody was being done for cesarean allegedly.
Bana, they went into the theater because
goons.
Yes, goons. But here's what when they were reporting before, I just thought that it's goons who just ingeared to vuruga. But in real sense, they did vuruga, but they were ingearing because they came with the body of one of their own who's been shot.
So they interrupted whatever was happening.
And they wanted that
so the dead body was there.
They were bringing him.
Was there
in? Alete honest, you tolewe bullet at
maana cheki tabi tumekuua kata atakuingia hapa bro.
So what happened?
So they ingeared demanding the doctor nini umsel kwa shago sijui alikuwa anataka atolewe bullet
fufua jamaa
amtoe bullet waende nayo bullet kwa police station. But why they brought the body there is because the police wanted that to drag the body away
and hide it. Is that the lady who drove with her son's body in Kite like the whole time because cops were trying to get the body and did you hear that?
Yeah, the lady's one was saying the way the police were trying to take there's a lady saying how
imagine a drive na son yako dead body.
Yeah, juu alikuwa anataka kuchukua body waende sijui ka find the hide evidence
labda waende waichome na maasi.
So lakini magoons nao pia wakiingia again, I don't know why people are so ready to cause such distraction. Utengeje kwa hosi uanze kungoa oxygen.
Yeah, that's
unavunja maizi ma machines zingine just to vuruga someone. And these are your fellow Kenyans bana. Si wase usi Ruto huyu.
Not even he's sick.
She's sick. Mpaka now they went to the theater because now another goon usikitena maufala msali punch window akajikata mkono vibaya sana. Design inahitaji masuchas so unasikia ni dirisha amegonga. So wakaingia saa huko wana force madaktari wamshone kwanza. Wana interrupt surgery ile ilikuwa inaendelea.
But how goons are really taking over these mandamanos and sabasabas? They seem to be multiplying like freaking zombies.
There are people who are for sure wanamwagopa hali wako scares. Hiyo ni for sure.
Like Kite, my bike in Kite niambia ama gonzo Kite tu niwezi.
Kuna wale sasa tu pia ni wasesa wameona this is an opportunity for us. So kisa tu kavurugu mahali washashikana wameenda kuvuruga as long as they are allowed
because it's guys who are not employed unajua like wamepotelea tu in the fucking in the system like wamekuwa forced into the badlands.
But again mimi nasema kitu ile muhimu sana tumekosa sasa ni utu. Design ile unaezanda tu just for distraction sake seti unaenda ti kuiba mchele ukule ile tu unataka kuvunja tu hizi madirisha zote uone zimemwagika.
Yeah. It's nasty.
But doesn't that stem from like extreme poverty? Ama
poverty and hopelessness and lack of purpose
and exactly that's a good one, like lack of
hauna
shit.
So the maandamano is your mpango yeo siku,
is your dopamine boost.
You're like because of you're taking advantage of the chaos. But you guys, what does that mean? Inamaanisha maandamanos, there has to be a new way of maandamaning. I feel like you're not going to Tao is actually one of the ways. Like guys just say we are sitting in like no economic activity,
and let the
kila mtu anakaa kwa keja, so there'll be no people getting shot, but also there'll be impact in regard to the economy.
There will be impact. Kwanza revenue kaya walikuwa wanaonyesha revenue ya Tao vile ilikuwa inaanguka on those days.
But
what's the balance, cause everyone is depending on business again.
But see, not daily also, maybe do it once,
and in the coming out we are also fighting for something that will help you in the long run business,
because you see now chomokaing guys are getting shot. Me every day I see maandamano, I just know, hey maze, today some guys are gonna die. The cops were saying 11 guys died. Me I just knew it's like 48.
It's more.
It's like when you ask a girl her body count, you just multiply by 3. That's
by
the cops.
88. George never
shit, can I take this?
Take it. So maze, so what are you up to maze yo siku on that fated day?
Siku watu kwa how just jiangalieng and hoping for not too
mulikuwa msha shop.
We had pretty much shopped, but we hadn't shopped at specifically for Sabasaba, but we had things in the house.
Do you guys have like a kitchen garden?
Yeah, we do. But when you have the shamba siko kwa shamba, the actual shamba, not even like a kitchen garden.
Shamba kwani iko na vitu mob?
Iko na madhoroko.
What the heck is that?
Kunde, you know kunde. Ndizi.
Me maze, there's a guy in Kite outside my digs, like the neighbor. So in front of his wall ametengeneza kifence, akapanda skuma, spinach, onions and all that stuff. So maze tulikuwa nimefurika hapo maze tukinunua supplies.
That's
Then another maze there has kienyeji chicken and a cow, but it's hard to get that milk. So I bought eggs and then I bought mbogas from that guy. In fact nikaenda kubuy hizo mamboga maze, so a hot chick hapo buying mbogas, but I think ni mboch. Cheki mi huyo dem ni nani? Cheki huyo namuonaga tu huko lakini sijui ni nani. Cheki anatoka nyumba gani? Iga nilikuwa kwa nyumba for 3 days, nilikuwa na cheese. Cheki mwambie mimi niko peke yangu hapo home. Don't cutting local mboches. So now I lived on freaking spinach and eggs for 3 nights, man.
That's a dope
balance.
Ama unaweza kula nyama though utapigwa hapo kitenda makarao.
Mayai, you said protein in your mayai.
Yeah. No, I'm saying if you want beef. Like we're just talking about how everyone was shut. So I was asking what she was eating huko in Ngang kwa kijao. Nyinyi mlishop yenye yote hapo Juja.
You already had things.
You guys are, but your home is a family home, so kuna vitu.
Same to me. Ati?
Tio kuna dogi. Inaitwaje dogi?
Elena.
Cheki Elena. You get giving its life, Mazi. But anyway, RIP to everyone who lost their lives or got hurt. Anyone who got hurt, pole sana.
Bridget Wainaina.
Shit. Oh man. RIP maze, hope for a solution maze huko mbele. But otherwise that aside maze, kuna comedy drought moja heavy. Sure time nearly happened bra.
Like recently kuna shows kadhaa. Our roast was postponed to. That was ningapi zimepostponiwa juu ya nini? Maandamano hiyo pekee.
Hata hiyo
So Ty's show maze ilikuwa na happen 5th of July. Mimi nimefika hapo, call time was 5 p.m. Nimefika tu hapo, napata decorations iko sawa, everything is up. I think they had a 4th of July party the day before.
So we were seeing like had been arranged.
And red blue and white balloons. So mimi nashanga like kuna banners, like are we going like wataanza kuset up lini.
Because it's late.
Yeah, because it's like 3 going to 3 p.m. I sit there, I'm just seeing everyone moving around. It looked, the stage, bro, it looked nice.
The stage looked nice?
It looked dope, maze.
Yeah.
Inakuanga ready made hivyo ama?
No, like because they were trying out new things as, you know, like setup.
Okay.
So like they change your background to like a green. The screen they put like curtains of different color. The lights yellow, blue. Tell you go up there, let's see how photos will look. Like they were on it. Nikaka I'm writing my set, naenda hapo nikakula nikarudi, taya kamefika. It was supposed to be Hamis from TZ, Cotilda, UG late drop in, Doug hosting, and then Justin and myself KK. Na KK, sorry. So tumefika tuko hapo. Tai comes in, ako stressed. Aja tusalimia natuambia, guys, in 5 minutes you'll know if we have a show or not.
So you guys are like, what do you mean?
Bro, nimepiga suit hapo kwa bag mazee. Nasema tuambie it's time to, you know. And then anatuambia mazee, it looks like hakuna show. So apparently the day before sijuni ilikuwa ima happen, hiyo roof ilikuwa ina cave in, hata kulikuwa na maji na drip. So the venue said we can't risk, you know, this happening when we have an audience here. And they're telling him that an hour to like 5 to gates opening. So mazee taya alikuwa isha.
I
think alienda kwa lua kalia kiasi.
Man, which is crazy because it's no fault of his doing.
True that.
No, but it's just the feeling of disappointing
hopelessness and that being associated with your brand.
Especially because guys have paid. You guys really feels bad when you've taken someone's money.
Mlikuwa mshaichocha, you know.
Of course.
Tulipiga podcast hapa noma sana.
That bill was crazy, man.
But
stuck.
Sina postponiwa, it's postponed.
Yeah, of course. But some you you're trying to console him and telling him that your fans will understand.
They will definitely understand.
That video,
ingekuwa ni yeye ati tu ndio amekataa kukuja show, that's a whole other thing.
So had guys said streaming in?
No, because that's at 5 and 6.
Hopefully people got the message.
Ty, you know what Ty said? He said I'll be here until 8 p.m. In case anyone comes in not having seen my video, I'll just greet them, say hi.
Ty's a
gentleman. Juta mimi karibu nilikuwa nishadunga hata I was just about to leave the house nikasacha niangalie simu. Otherwise hata mimi ningekuwa mmoja wako kufika huko
mimi nilikuwa nafanya hesabu ya venye nitafika. Cheki 80 minus 140
ya guns.
Tunakuwa negative.
Cheki so many tayari limekewa announcement you really said pole but I also lalied my chest check pole
hello Iza jo sawa
like Iza sana just rudisha your sweatshirt.
But I was sad for him. Nilionea video nikasikia kulia.
Nitumie hiyo link ya hiyo short movie yako basi niwachie mtaa.
Cheki Kevo ulisema hiyo movie inaitwaje? The Bug. Yeah. But that was sad, Mazi.
But so be on the lookout for Ty's show.
I was telling him, I talked to him before you guys came in, and I told him the next one, itajaa for sure.
Lazima.
Will come through and support.
True.
Because that, the way he handled it was very professional. It was good.
Ty is always professional. So, Justin pia amepostpone yake?
Pia imekuwa postponed.
I laugh pia Mazi. Nilienda huko na bash on Friday, nikapata padlock ingine bigi kwa mlango.
Kwa mlango gani? Wait, kwa mlango gani?
Kwa na
nice. Cheki me tricycle. Ile fungu hizi toka kauja lock.
Chekilia silver ama ile golden. But it was just dry and sad looking. Me I thought there are guys there chilling.
There was none.
There was nobody. Hata Timothy Ngati was AWOL.
On my
way. Nitapata Timothy Ngati was there.
Na ofa ilikuwa imefungwa kwa mse.
Kulikuwa na light but not the same as.
But no one's home.
The
light is on but there's no one.
It has really sumbuad. Like somebody feels like where do I go now?
You know what I mean? You're seeing comedians. You're like damn. Like it's like your office has been burnt
HQ.
down.
So you're there type David Mashari kanikola kanime yo what's Feed's number?
We
want to go and do an impromptu show at Kaz. Jackie Ty's show has been cancelled, so we just want to go and do an impromptu show at Kaz. Jackie me Feedy ayuko.
What about Benja? Yeah, the bartender dude. You have his number.
You can't just show up there and start doing comedy.
Ungempatia ongea.
Oh, niliongea na Fidi. Fidi akaniambia mazee yako. Fidi is not around. She's not even in Kenya. Fidi likes being there when the shows are happening.
Yeah,
just in case somebody does a grape joke.
Hello. I'm just calling to inform you that we have
unamzali chapa roki joke ya grape up. Ulisikia hiyo story?
Z.
But what's bad with that?
You guy Joe.
Yeah.
So what? You've never had a funny grape joke?
No.
Okay,
no?
If you're doing it, do it perfectly.
Yeah,
like you can't. There's no way.
So how do you do it if you're scared of that?
But you can't chance on such.
But there has. You can't chance it.
Check it. There's a million other topics you could.
That's true. That's what I'm saying.
This is a whole.
I don't know how you can be able to pull it off because you're not Louis C. freaking K.
Yeah, you're not doing a good grape joke when you're even 5 years into comedy. So you'd rather just avoid that.
And then why go down that road?
True. Yeah. I agree with everything you're saying. But to
so no maze Fidi amenicall akaniambia nilikuwa hapo kwa radio napata ma text ati we cannot allow such jokes here. We love comedy but no. And Fidi is one of the most easiest
that's true
room owners. So she was really upset. But by the time nifika hapo hapo alikuwa ametulia kidogo.
Yeah.
So mse alisema but you guys were there.
I was hosting.
Yeah.
So this guy says that have you ever been kwani you've ever been check your audio check.
But that's not even a joke.
Yeah, it's not a joke. Per se,
I think the issue is the attempt maze.
The attempt maze iligonga mtaro moja.
Exactly. Like usijaribu your shit.
But I think mse alikuwa amelewa, that's why iliingia kwa mtaro you guy.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, so she likes being around when there's a show. But now I guess guys have to panga shows ndio ma comedian wapate ma places.
Because nakumbuka pia hiyo time ya Tai we called Mamito trying to find another venue. Because tulikuwa tunatafuta options. Like, what other venue can you
I think that day was just a nice day for you guys to hang out together with Tai.
But we couldn't even hang because he's so depressed.
But you see, I think the instinct of a comedian is to look for another place they can perform because that's what they know how to do.
Yeah.
So, ushaiona mia kati ikipata nini? Mayai.
Hizi vitu za hivi.
Ushaiona ikipata kimayai? It digs around it.
To hide ama to?
So it wants to cooler the mayai, but it just knows how to dig.
Yeah.
So it digs. Check.
Yeah, supposed to go gang the man.
Gotcha.
So mazee kama comedian, I think after your tragedy, check it, tunaweza perform wapi to show the world that we can do this.
So give me digging around red.
We're performers.
But there was one guy who was killing it, maze. Punchline, baby.
Big up, maze.
Panchiko, maze. Freaking kina Salvador alikuwa hapo wanapiga show.
Salvador, James Mwaora, maze. AK Dance huko, maze. Qdube.
Mtu alichukua picha zetu akazikojolea yote. Check, let me tell you what I think of those guys and their failures. Najua kinyora venye unanyora for long paka you start stretching your neck. Check him. Keep shaking after you say. No, but at least there was comedy there.
Yeah, true.
It was.
And from the pictures it looked dope, maze.
Oh, you've seen the photos?
Check
why did they do it there?
Check me a tire show. Trying not to go to punchline. No, Nico is the camaraderie. Yeah, true. Yeah, maze. Lazima tukue hapa juu. Unajua comedy.
David. Check you, David. Why don't you try go to punchline, bro?
You got a show.
No, you just need to be humble. Do you know the word sorry?
Do you know the word lumber?
Just post the poster, bro. But you guys, so what's going to happen next, you guys? Laugh By is still out of commission.
I think Laugh By is on ice.
Kuna nini restructuring
for the near future.
Yeah. So, but I still see they advertising the Nairobi International Comedy Festival.
I think say on Wednesdays na Friday itabidi tuenange Eldoret na hizi venues zingine.
Chamge.
Sisi kwa North Rift. But you know there's therapy just hanging out with other comics.
Yeah, yes, that's what we
just feel nice.
Yes, it
sometimes I don't even have new beats. I just go there to hang out with comics.
I just go there for my fix of my social fix.
Yeah,
true. And there's more jokes backstage than on stage.
Yeah,
so,
you guys.
Yeah, and just the
that's what I was saying. Your day, labda mngeenda tu cares mtulie maze pamoja.
Yeah.
What did you guys do?
So me, cause I had all the unajua kila mtu amebeba change of attire, my tripod, manini.
Ulikuwa umekamna ndai?
Hapana, I was just so many nilienda tu mtaa mazee.
That's true. I'm sure ulikuwa umeboek.
I wanted to go. I wasn't.
Nilikuwa nimeleta vitu hapa alafu ingie pale.
Nilikuwa kwenda ile Kikuyu comedy.
Oh yeah,
comedy culture.
Oh yeah, even that day there was a Kikuyu comedy at least
na Maina Monana.
Yeah.
But Brian alikataa kunipeleka.
Brian nini?
Brian Mutai.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would have been a nice hangout pia.
I was trying to influence people to go there but I couldn't find
a quorum.
Yeah,
so uliwaacha tu kaishia.
Yeah.
Dagal niambia alikaa na kina type kama 8 huko. Yeah, mazo wakimchunga.
Yeah.
Check usiruke bro, usiruke. Don't jump bro.
To happen bro.
These things happen. Shuka kutoka hiyo nini ledge.
I wish you could step back from the ledge, my friend.
You what would you have done, you guys? How would you have handled it? Or just the same way?
Check red room. Yeah.
Tell him he's negotiating them to see if he'll still do it there.
No, me, I wouldn't do it there again.
Huh?
Fuck that.
I think you should go there.
It's a nice
peace at the entrance.
I think the roof is now sorted for good.
Fuck that roof.
Fuck a roof, man. Next thing was any floor.
Child kwenda huko juu ya size ya huko. So I think he might
itabidi ende hapo Bavana.
Bavana nayo inakwanga a bit removed.
Yeah, it's a bit far, eh? But bado inakalisha waseso 8.
Si Loresho?
Yeah, iko Loresho. Iko ndani. Mamito alipiga show yake huko. Kupiga hiyo show?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I
was. Was I?
I think you were there.
Yeah,
in December.
Yeah. Actually napiga ingine yake 1st of August, I think.
Maandamano baby.
Wapi? Uko nini?
I don't know, she just told me.
Oh, okay.
1st August.
What happened to me? Squeeze watu wanitangi show zao. But ni Bashar niita show yake lakini sasa I don't know if it will happen.
Who is fucking Bashir, bro?
Right now.
Msema nimempigia masimu hiyo day, nimempiga na mana fulani.
Bashar I think akona hangi moja ajab.
Maze pona
Bashar. Bashar anajaga kwa radio, check.
Mimi niko sawa.
Check me. Do you need cocaine? Ndio rudi poa. You guys should go and watch that show. Uzuri mwafa alikuwa.
Ule mswajaba juice. Akukam through mswajaba juice at least.
Mswajaba juice ndio alimuingiza hiyo millennials cookout.
Huko ndio liblanda.
Huko ndio alienda akakutana na hiyo kitu alikuwa anaongelea hapa kwa pod. Check wase in regard to alcohol intake.
Unajua itabidi tumesare madre wadau. Check. Otherwise maza kuna kitu tutaendelea jo. Hawezi kata ma clips kama
kuna clarity.
But we made it through Maze despite the odds. He had a long weekend.
Yeah, he did. But aendelee tu kurecover.
Wait Maze, so what's happening in Texas?
Texas Maze kulikuwa na flash floods.
Niliona Trump huko.
Serious.
Yeah, flash floods.
Yeah.
Like one day to
there was I think there was rain. There was a lot of rain to be had hapo hivyo somewhere. But wale wanasema tena
thank you for that reporting from the weather. I think kulikuwa na rain somewhere hapo.
That caused the floods. Upstream huko hivyo
Texas
somewhere. Yeah, but it's some certain counties along the
Austin.
river Austin
Dallas.
along the river
Midlands.
Guadalupe ama kutukai.
Oh, inaitwa river Guadalupe.
Yeah, Guadalupe river.
So it petered with guys downstream.
And then why it petered with so many people? There was a camp somewhere on the banks. A girls camp.
Shit.
Na walikuwa hapo walikuwa medoze mafoe.
Damn.
Brown.
Si brown. Okay, ni madem tu how.
Brown wanaitwaje?
Walk.
No, like scouts wa madem. Girl scouts wanaitwa
girl guide.
Brown kuna brown is.
Anyway,
girl guides. But skanga. Maskanga.
So they were camping huko alafu wakasikia tu
na wakabebwa. Unajua maji ilipanda 26 feet hivi kan nini
ilianza kulika red room.
Take him to Texas. Hey guys, I'm so sorry. Check it. Okay, that's a bad joke. Ntai delete you guy.
Wada ushikilizi ma monster. Najua kuna
you guy tusicheke later but it's fresh you guy
to check you just making jokes for the situation.
Where Maze? So ilipita now say walidedi?
Yeah.
Shit. Like did you see that video of 15 Pakistanis because there were floods in Pakistan also? Is it Pakistan? So there was like 15 guys on a makeshift island and there are floods like surrounding.
Yes, yeah.
Like that thing was just
bro.
Like
you're in the
death.
Like you're in the middle of an ocean.
Hakuna
waves
water was But me, I'm like, guys can't just even like throw a rope.
But was there anyone around? Was just water?
The camera person, yeah.
But
it was recorded.
You could do,
yeah, but there's nothing to. Yeah, there's nothing to do. Really.
But see, you can send a chopper at least.
You have to rescue them.
Chopper.
Pakistan
wakona chopper.
Pakistan tu wakona nuclear bombs wanaweza afford kichopper.
We have no chopper for you.
They don't have any fuel.
Helicopter not for you.
Must say those guys died? I think those 15 guys.
Really?
Yeah, probably, man.
Because you guys is nowhere to go.
No.
You saa ni siku yako.
Walidae?
Yeah, walidae you guys. They're in the sweet Pakistani by and by.
And you see your death.
Yeah, man. You guys, do you think ukiingia death, eh?
What can wash away my...
Ukiingia the sweet by and by, eh? You think there's a key lobby and then you share stories of when you made it? Chikuli dediaje cheki mimi mazuri flood moja noma sana.
Unajua mimi siko naamini stories za CD bro. So
kujudge. Chikuli dedi ati ulikomoga demu ukapata ukedi. Afadhali mimi mazee nilidedi na lion nilindish. So you're ranked according to how you died, you guys.
Aya cheki wasiwa alcohol cirrhosis pitiani hapa D. Wasiwa alcohol cirrhosis. Cheki Bashir akinini. Akitakinio shati yake. All right, welcome to the Kishingari podcast here in heaven. Wadau kitu nataka kuambia ni sobriety in the afterlife lazima mti. And we have Nduta Mama Board in the building.
Cheki waso Boza Daily. You guys, that's nasty, maze. So maze Texas, I saw Trump there, saying things.
It took him long enough to go there, but by then wase wengi wamebebwa man.
Maybe it took him long cause hakukuwa na roads zilikuwa zime flood.
Labda kuko na chop.
Alikuwa busy akifanya vitu zingine zake.
Akiargue na Elon Musk. Check Elon Musk hata kustart party ingine. Check flood. Ngoja kidogo.
Ngoja.
Wacha nimalize na Elon. But nasty. The world is pitying.
Yeah, someone else is raining down on my parade.
Imagine conspiracy theory.
Jesus is about to come back. Maze koti ya Jesus inatolewa kwa kabati.
Nini?
Koti ya Jesus. Maze wanapiga mad fitting. Sina kama mtarumbeta ili. Sema rewards and rumors of war.
Kasta ili wa DNR. Hi guys, fitting itakuwa 8:30 kesho. Bro, siwezi kwa nimeamka 6 na ni fit by 8.
Check Jesus ingia pale, fitting yako iko ready cause vitu zina happen sana up down.
Wase namsiguze hiyo robe ya Jesus. Najua kuna mse mmoja alipona but hiyo shit haihappen daily. Check hiyo robe imeja ma fingerprint za wase na mse idunga
basi yake mazina panguzo you guys. Check farasi check.
Namsikuja hizo madonki bro. I'm a carpenter.
So Atiruma is what?
Conspiracy theory is that the reason there was such heavy rain at walikuwa na cloud seeds, cloud seeding.
Oh, that's a stretch. Because Texas is generally dry, right, Amma?
Yeah.
Although it's like a whole country of sorts, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's bigger than Kenya.
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
Because my description was off because it's not like a small place. Maybe there are green areas and dry areas.
Yeah.
Maybe my sexual area is dry.
Because of Texas.
Check me angalia mpoche hapo kite check. Check yes. Check niaje? Unaenda kununua kitu kwa duka? Check badala soda moja sichukue mbili.
Wewe acha hizo.
But that's sad, maze. What else is happening, maze, on the planet Earth?
In the world, man.
There's a place called Hell's Gate. Maze ma flood pia ubeba say hapo hivyo. Ushaenda Hell's Gate? Ushaenda?
Kama umejenga Hell's Gate alafu ushona floods hiyo ni shida yako bro.
Cause unafanya nini hapa?
Hell's Gate bro.
You guy. Hata mimi siwezi enda.
Ushaenda lakini wewe?
Wase wenda huko
mabike. No.
Oh.
Kuna ma caves pia.
Yeah,
it's like some sort of
that's been cut out
by water
from the tambo. So you walk uko hapo chini.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy
because water can come anytime.
Yeah. People be walking. Isipokuwa siku moja maji katokea huko kanyesha huko.
Solidai.
Walibeba. You don't even have anywhere to hold on to or anything.
Because that water is from all those hills so hizo Delamere and all those freaking places,
Yeah.
Kama yogurt. Yo majina kama yogurt uko Delamere. So inakamka nini ma cave zote.
Inafuata hiyo gorge.
Hiyo mkondo hiyo.
Inaitwa mkondo.
Mkondo kwa Ruben.
Kiswahili.
Gorge ni mkondo.
No, I'm just saying like mkondo wa mto. It's just the course.
It's the course. Nice one. Yeah.
That's dope. Namkundi in my next conversation hapo kwa radio.
Yeah.
Check, unajua ukiona maisha ikipita
unajua mjaona mkundu wa Tana River ndio ujue kwenye
Check mkundu, yes, mkundu the path. So that Hell's Gate. Some of these activities like walking on Hell's Gate, rock climbing alone without a harness.
Yeah. Kwanza nachiki kuna tourist pia fulani Brazilian.
I saw it.
Kwa volcano fulani.
Yeah.
Took 4 days to come rescue alikuwa shago.
She died, mazi. Yeah. Did you see the video of her?
No, I didn't see nothing.
There was some video of her, like I think she had broken her legs.
A drone video, I think she had hurt herself, so she couldn't move much. And the only way she was caught, I think, is a tourist drone was flying a drone, and then they saw hapa kuna msee. And manze they took so long to go get her.
Alianguka ndani.
Unajua nikaa sema ni mouth ya volcano but kuna slopes. Unajua kuna slopes before you get to the
pale Menengai crater.
And I think she fell over here. And then they're also saying walikuwa wameenda lap na mabeshto wake na a tour guide. And then because she was so slow, ati they left her.
That's off.
Imagine. So akadunda.
I've been watching videos about Everest. You guys, as you're going up, there are dead bodies up on the trail.
To motivate you to not die.
Na zimevaa tu, sijui mbona wase wachukuangi hizo magia zao.
Sasa si mtu amefrizia na koti yake.
Uzaini hizo magogo.
Kroza mtoi ngoza ya cotton. Cheki rigamotis.
So the whole leg.
The last thing you do is try to ngoa someone's coat.
There's some dope
yeah,
what are they called?
Magoggles, hizo manini.
Mabalaka.
Yeah, unaweza save $200 flood.
Cheki Gucci balaklav.
Mimi selongi nini na motivating himself kapande ka huko.
Kuna ule mse wa Kenya alidai.
Alidai.
Ati pack enough oxygen.
Yeah,
for real, that's the story.
Yeah, he didn't pack.
Is that the reason?
Yes. Au juu nini joke ya mena mrumba anasema tu mse alikuwa ameka ma SD cards za kurecord ma camera akasabox. Ati tripod ameka. Shit.
Mimi nijua kuna mse Mkenya alikuwa anajaribu kuenda but I didn't know aligo.
Aligo. Me, I think maximum I can do is maybe Mount Kenya, maybe.
Pick you think you can do Mount Kenya?
Always like, do Mount Kenya, bro.
No, you don't just start with Mount Kenya. So you start with
Longonot,
some two small hills like Hyrax Hill.
Is that really
Hyrax Hill?
Nanza na demo Nyanza. If you can climb those mountains.
Checky baby, you're ready for the next one.
Hello, niko hapa Longonot.
You start
you have to do a couple of sickness thing is crazy. Longonot, Ngong, all the other ones you can
Ngong
get.
Ni crazy pia.
Yeah, Ngong ni crazy journey hizo ni kadhaa. 7 hills, yeah.
Ni crazy kiad.
Ni ka distance like and then some of them
but
are
why would you go on all the 7
tall on you? See, cause you get tired the same if you're climbing Mount Kenya, which is 10 times steeper and a longer distance than
you're building endurance.
So you're going up. Ngong Hills, you unaenda then you go down.
Yes, which is easier than going up the whole time.
And you're building endurance.
And endurance too. I'm sure even Mount Kenya, it's not like you're going up.
Yeah,
I'm sure like the trail in the hill.
Sometimes you level out.
So it's just training.
Ngong Hills ni serious.
Me by then niko group flani inaitwa Outdoor KE. I want to start going for those things.
Yes, please.
There's an Jersey I wanted to go a place called Table Mountain.
Yeah.
I never knew there was a Table Mountain in Kenya. Iko kwa Aberdeen's.
It's like a plateau.
Yeah, but mfuko yangu ikanipiga goose step.
Lakini ikisipokupiga chenga tena.
But I'll start with I think
something
start
light.
by bombing.
I tell you what, I want to see that, you know, the way the nini changes.
Equator.
Not the equator. The vegetation.
Yes.
Yeah. There's something called moorlands.
As you're going up.
See those things.
Yeah, hizo. Panda hizi za kwanza alafu utaenda.
See as podcast to pande Mount Kenya one of these days.
So ili wa die.
Alafu.
Tutadai you guys.
Mse lazima mse moja die.
See you guys.
Tunaona lazima mse moja die.
Sikia mse venye naongea.
Mount Kenya, mimi nasema Mount Kenya. Tukaenda sisi
Kenya wasewa dedingi.
Kenya wasewa dedingi.
Kwani ni Everest?
Si Everest.
Oh, okay.
Okay, bana. Nini omate. Tema yaba.
This guy must. Zingine kwanza.
Mimi nasema Mount Kenya tutadai.
So tutadai. Unasema nini?
Kanusha baitiko. Mbona una
mtu anatokea kilani hapa.
No, tutadai.
Mimi acha mimi kudanganya. Mimi nimeenda Ngong Hills all the way up to Kona Baridi back to Kisii mguu.
Wewe unaweza enda gani wewe?
Labda nijaribu ingine
smoother.
Yeah, maybe tuanze basi na Longonot.
Taita
looks doable.
Voi, uko Voi.
So tuende kwa Kenbeda.
Si ndio Longonot pia ni
plus he does that, yeah.
Yeah, Taita Hills will be a good
Taita Hills Simba, it's not as cold
and they're not too
rocks.
It's fair enough.
Too rough.
Kenbeda pia kuna nini?
Hiyo fine yako.
No, it's cool.
It's a good try. Yeah, I think so.
Tunaenda maze. Hiyo inaweza.
I'm only joking about the dying thing. Like I would honestly I'd want to hike and do all those mountains. Not die.
You look like you
nimepanda mlima enough on stage.
You die.
You like these things.
Yeah. I'm
but
sure
you've not gone
like
for them.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun for us. Tunaweza bond yetu yote tuambia.
Tunaweza podcast ndio.
So hiyo story ilitoka wapi?
Ilikuwa from Texas floods. Geography of hiking and water and fountains. Hell's Gates.
No, tutapanga maze. In fact labda tunafaa kuna na Manzige you guys. Watupige ma story all the way up the mountain maze.
Ama tutafaa kuhost live huko hivyo kwa
on the peak,
ndio.
To host on the Mount Everest.
Tunaweza. Cheki Nzige wana Merakidai.
Check shout out to Nzige 006 whose body is up on Everest.
Like comment hapo kama umeona Nzige 006 body.
But I skate too expensive to remember those bodies.
Yeah, so they just leave them there.
But the question is, why do you guys do those things? But I feel like there are places human beings shouldn't go.
Yeah, I think so too, man.
Especially on foot without nasikia kuna place flani hapo Everest base camp where it's guys who have a lot of money, they get there, they fly in on a chopper, you know, they have everything needed, they have oxygen, like alafu pia kuna sasa struggle pandaing the mountain
Murima
ile yenye unajibebe asijui oxygen, you walk up a very long distance. You struggle, I think you're normal.
The guys who want to experience that whole living in the moment and pandaing
it's all about conquering yourself. It's about you, the mountain, it's you. It's like you do that and then you can do anything in your life. Like if you've conquered Everest.
Like me, I normally feel very jacked, you guy, when I
jack off.
When I shower cold water in the morning.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yes, it's a same reaction.
Like I can
conquer the world. Meets when I do like a session at the gym in the morning. I'm a morning run. And you're coming back to the house Kimbiaring, and then you see people going to work, you're like, I've accomplished half the shit.
I think I should start running. You're running doing lemeanga, you guys.
Yes.
You guys made joke kidogo and I start itching. Check it. Not your feeling?
No.
It comes with unfitness.
Yeah, another thing is it unfitness really? It's not lactic.
No, if you run for long, you won't have that thing.
May think, okay, maybe you won't, but you see when you're running like this and your nyama is vibrating like this, it makes it itchy. Same way, like hata mimi nikiwa kwa tuk-tuk, if I'm in a tuk-tuk and it's vibrating really bad, I get itchy.
Yeah, like jana sikukam na gari, so I left Kite on a bike. I left the house. So mazio bike by the time nifike Kite town.
For real?
Yeah.
Me just
get
it's a sign of unfitness.
Me just get boners when it's bumpy.
Oh, okay.
Like in buses in the morning especially, kirukaruka just get a weird.
You guys start finying the border guy's back.
Hello.
Cheke kwani wewe ni Masai? Unanifinya na wrong.
When you gone.
Just the itchiness.
No, I've never had that.
Like for example,
it's unfitness. It's just
unfitness.
I don't think it's unfitness.
It's not unfitness. It's just a reaction to the vibration on your body.
And then what are you wearing? Polyester, cotton?
Just
doesn't matter.
Any clothes.
So even when you're playing a sport, you still.
But I think that's one of the things.
But I don't feel that thing when I'm swimming.
Assuming you're in the water, bana, you're not vibrating. You're not hitting your feet on the ground.
Me used to be a sportsman, kitambo. I need to work.
I have
never heard of that.
Condition same.
Unfitness.
Wait, so like you can't avoid it,
and then it's a very uncomfortable.
Yeah, okay. You feel like
I'm
itching
sure
everywhere.
There has to be like a scientific,
painful itch.
Yeah. After me running, I wouldn't do because of that.
So I was asking you guys why you guys want to do these crazy things like going up the mountain. Like Elon Musk, mwana nataka kwenda Mars, bro. Ma minerals,
nataka tu for the bragging rights.
Hiyo ni ya billionaire nini. Unajua kuna hizo like extreme sports. like umetosheka like you just need the other up, you have to up.
Nasikia hata like starting to drive a safari rally car is one of the most expensive things you'd ever choose to do. Like it didn't make sense to start doing such a sport.
Yeah, you can't finish on the podium to make enough earnings, so this is a loss making venture.
You guys remember those guys who went to see the Titanic, the billionaires?
Yeah, there's a documentary on Netflix now. Unajua wife ya one of them alisikiza ikibust.
Alisikia? They recorded the reaction.
Yeah.
Could you hear it?
Yeah, you could hear it, but it wasn't as loud, but they could tell something went wrong.
How deep you guys?
Ilikuwa chini bro.
Ocean hata aje explore hata 10%.
Chini, yeah. 90% of the ocean is unexplored.
High.
Even farther, way farther.
No,
shit.
Deeper than that.
Clouds.
Nah, Nimbus maybe. Yeah. But nika Mount Everest.
Stratus.
Kwenda chini.
Cumulus.
It's more. Ushaona hizo depths of the ocean video? Like where it falls. Chini bro.
There are even like sana. Waterfalls in the ocean.
Mountains in the ocean. Yeah.
There are mountains Volcanoes.
In the ocean. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's craziness.
Shit.
By the way, ocean inanistushanga to some extent.
Yeah, even me, I'm not all into cruises. You know, you got what's the ocean cruise?
For weeks.
Yeah. For like 3 months.
For months.
But you know, like I applied for entertainment at a cruise ship. So alikuwa nalipa fiti. I didn't get it. One of our friends got in as a chef.
Ulikuwa unaingia kupiga stand up.
Yeah.
Ingeweza yuko.
Ingebidi upige stand up na ukuwe chef.
Yeah.
Ungekuwa na gig daily.
Oya wadau ushaidok kwa land.
Cheki ushaiteremka kuona the Titanic alafu nini ka implode.
Wadau ushaona shako sikia utaruka ndani. Ushaijisikia kama wewe ni Jonah.
Ushaikuwa seasick.
So these guys they died like this, you guys. Oh, so you're
It wasn't painful at least. Yani hivi tu.
How do you know it wasn't painful?
Because it's
flash of a second. Yes. Yeah, you barely.
Cheki kwa hiyo lobby. Wewe uliniaje bro?
Bro, hata sikusikia bro. Wanasema ilikuwa millis.
Cheki kwani hapa ndio Titanic.
Kwani you think you're still in the Titanic now.
Yeah. But why didn't they just send like a submarine with a camera?
Like a remote.
A remote one first is to test the pressure and everything.
Witness with your eyes.
But I'm sure maybe before that second walikuwa, hey, this is so nice and they were feeling nice.
Kwani walikuwa shaifikia?
No, so already, I'm saying before they lipuka, before they must have been like, wow, this is so profound.
But I think that's the problem with white guys. You guys, those guys are curious,
adventurous, sana.
I'm sure there's no black guy in that submarine.
Curious to a fault. If you're gonna put your own body in danger, you know because most of them be doing all these crazy things.
But that's why they do a lot also on the planet.
Yeah, because they're willing to put themselves out. Na afu pia wameshiba. Unajua kama ufikiri what you're gonna eat, unaweza kuwa na time ya kufikiria ma stories za mass.
Kai podcast ikiweza mimi naingia hapo Lake Victoria mbaya.
Unaanza ku explore the depths.
Utapata mama made.
Kina mic check kwa tunafikia. Check it, Chaxi. Can you see anything? You guys, we should work hard tuanze kwenye vitu za ushenzi.
Yeah, tuingie ndani ya maji.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think that's what's holding us back.
Shaki grab mapaja za Moas. Hello, Moas.
It was worth it.
Yes, guys, 1 minute you guys decide. Maze, that's interesting. Where Maze? So, wiki Maze guys have been all Kikuyu. I've been saying that stuff. What the heck is that stuff, you guys? How many guys are countering anti-Kikuyu propaganda?
Yeah, which is being put out there.
Yeah.
Kuna kitu Ruto anajaribu kutengeneza propaganda ati Kikuyu versus us.
It is so unnatural.
Yeah, it just brought out of nowhere because of Mashagwa.
I like how people have responded though.
Like, all Kikuyu.
It takes a lot to be, to identify as another tribe for the sake of the unity of the nation. Wase wako like I like hakuna propaganda. Wase wanajaribu go step but
we know what it is.
Like who the heck would start such a narrative?
Manze, who else but Ruto? Hata saa hizi stories za hiyo kanisa nataka kubuild State House. It's just to funga macho to the other things they're trying to talk about.
But how are you jenging a church while killing guys? Like what mathematics is that, man?
Sinafisha heaven.
Okay, which one you guys?
First ticket.
No heaven fulani ya Ruto.
Through the church.
His own heaven.
Uliona skiti ule msa mameno ati ukijenga church yako
ziskona
so alikuwa anasema ati ukijenga church yako wewe utakuwa preacher, wewe utakuwa mse wa usher cheki sana sema nayo sauti yake kipreach alafu nasikia gari kibip kwa parking unatoka
umsetoka jela umse
aziajaingia bado.
Jana nilikuwa na 2 mbili. So I was asking, what are you doing in Kite? Because he's rarely in Kite. So you're saying he's there for his safety.
Yeah. See, that guy was in Nini. Did you see him on the video where the Koyo funeral?
Yeah, see, they were saying that
who's
former
funeral?
government was saying he's one of the guys who are pangaing the maandamano.
Thank you for telling us where he is, man. We'll blip that one out.
Who? No, we left with him.
Oh, so he's not there anymore.
Yeah,
he was
not
there
anymore. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but you could see he was rattled by that stuff. Check me sikupanga. Mimi nilikuwa tu hapa na shoot my video. Check me na kubelieve my brother.
But see wewe ndo unafaa believe.
Check imagine mimi sikusaki.
Nataka kuombe tu useme hivyo kwa Kisengane podcast mkiwa next. We are all Kikuyu.
But you guys, when those guys start tagging your name, you'll feel something.
Lazima, bro.
Utastuka.
Kuna siku mazee tumedo podcast fulani hapa. I think we talked about the gava shit. And then on the podcast, podcast kiisha normally weka to clips of random things. So nikaeka hiyo video ya gorilla fulani ikisema Ruto ache ujinga na akicheza tutakudinya.
Hata ulijaribu.
Say it again.
I didn't see that.
So you guy, maze, that day in the morning at 5 a.m. someone called me. At 5 in the morning.
Kasikia tu haga imenini.
Alafu?
So I'm wondering, hey, what am I gonna do, manze? So after a while he called again, so nikazima simu. Nikaacha off until around I think 12. Then I washed it and then nikaona the same number, 2 numbers tried to call me at around lunchtime. I lingered. Then during the radio show, hizo numbers zikanicall tena, you guys. So I'm like, aya
ukashika.
So unajua show inaendelea, so sishika, but my ass started sweating immediately nikiwa hapo na Bash. Check me. So Bash, in terms of
Bash kuna makali ulikuwa unaona. So only dayaje so manamba mbili zilianza kunipigia jo alafu
so at 10 I just said let me call this number.
Yeah.
Funny enough, you know the way you can put your the number on the M-Pesa app and then
send them 5 bob
and then it brings the name of the person.
Okay.
So I searched that name, you guys, it came up a cop maze from Kitengela police station, but
that
no, I don't.
What do you mean? How did you know it was a cop?
Sinili Google hiyo jina. So he brought some inspector in Kitengela police station, but the picture of that cop and the picture of this guy on WhatsApp, because I saved the number, was a different photo.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the same guy, more or less. But anyway, I called the number back, and it was a border guy who was trying to get back in my circles. Cheki wewe hujanitumia job siku mingi ni John. So I'm like, John unanipigia 5 asubuhi
bwana. Nasikia kuna AI ya gorilla umetengeneza.
Alinipigia nini by mistake asubuhi, but alikuwa ananitafuta. But you guys, that day
ulikuwa umekaza haga.
Nilikuwa naona mazee itabidi hashtag itokee mazee. But it's not me who made that AI.
It was your alter ego. I thought you said you made it.
Your Ruto tutakudinya.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen it?
No. I also haven't.
You haven't seen it?
So you reposted, Ama?
Yeah, I just took it from TikTok nikayekelea kwa pod. But that just goes to show there's a lot of fear out there, I think.
There is. Yeah, there is. But
we have to continue with the struggle.
There's fear, but people are still coming out.
People are mad. Yeah.
Like guys are coming out knowing maybe they won't go back home.
Yes.
I think the biggest thing is people now have like information. Like unaweza jua what's happening. Unajua back then it was radio propaganda.
Yeah.
Right now unaingia internet, you see videos of what's happening.
And then you can counter the propaganda.
Yeah.
Because kitambo Moyera maze you can't, there's no counter.
It was one story out. But also good thing niliona ka NTV jana, they had a show masaa 3 na kitu hapo usiku where they have an audience and they show them a video, wanauliza is this video AI or not. So nachikasa kuna mapaddles wanasema either they think it is or it's not. Kaka kuna nyingine Raila yenye ndio anasema hata nimemiss maandamano. So they're like, look at that video critically and so any kusensitize wase hapa nje pia to know what they're viewing. Kuna pesa tu ni propaganda. Angalia tu hivi, tumia all things to investigate. After so make a conclusive nini on judgment.
I think another con is like we have too much information.
Yeah,
you ever try to find out the truth and you're like, I have no chance.
You're flooded.
Yeah. Like this week I just wanted to chomoka from X, you guys, to be honest.
Like X, you can't even tweet anything if it's not politics now.
In fact, I'm really wondering about your like stay to a month.
Like you can't promote shit. You can't.
I think your roast happen. You got to be honest.
Yeah, it happened.
It happened.
I hope so.
Nothing is in its way.
The money, you guys.
Me too.
Nothing is in its way now.
Yeah.
Go in its way.
Wait, mas history ya cannibals of Kapenguria ni nini?
Manze on the news, some sad news man. Kuna wase, this tribe in Uganda walikuwa wanaitwa Wagisu.
Yeah, they are lunges.
They're kind of like
the time we had a lunge mbocha alikuwa Mugisu. Really used to observe her because my bro was a baby.
Kwa nini?
Kuna rume ona dishing yose.
Ukwesikia nini? Yo mithi hivyo. But apparently kuna wase huko Kapenguria walishikwa watu walikuwa wanapotanga hiyo area. A body of a child was found in the bushes huko na alikuwa na miss some of his organs, I think.
Private parts
I think it was just organs or something.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Alafu wakaenda kuinvestigate
kunikonga na nishikashika
mguu. Playing footsie hapa chini hizo.
Okay, imagine wakaenda kuinvestigate in the house. They found a lot of school uniforms, like school books.
Damn.
And like wakazikua
in a house around there.
And in that house now they shikad like 12 people. Some are minors tuanze hapo, maybe they're like 16 or so. Wengine waseka 12. Alafu wanasemekana ni Wagisu. They just come and they were living there.
Oh, okay.
And for a while watoi manzo walikuwa na lost.
Also on a dish watoi.
They confessed by the imagine.
Wali confess wamekuwa kidish watoi.
Yeah.
That must be a cult or something, manzi.
Imagine it's happening to Kenya.
So true story.
Yeah, it was on the news.
Damn. So they were arrested, all of them, for sure.
They were arrested. They were still trying to figure out the ages of these minors amongst them. And I don't know, after that I don't know.
Nimesikiaje when nimeuliza hiyo they were arrested. Check it, no, they were just taken and bought for some cookies.
But can you imagine, awase kwanza wangepatikana na raia, wangekuwa chomwa wote. But you see, they burnt the house and then so they destroyed evidence to anze hapo.
Is it a cultic
culture
thing?
Is it?
I'm sure it's a cultic.
I think it has a cult.
Like you do this and then you
might get some powers.
It's like the albino thing in Tanzania.
Yeah.
It's actually
I thought of that.
You go to a witch anakwambia kuja na miguu mbili za albinos. All right. Check it out.
Check msee akibisha kwangu nini. Bro, check mimi. Angalia nywele yangu bro.
You find a guy in a hat mazee una mark.
There's this albino guy who's hated a politician. What
government person?
It's government.
Isaac Mwaura, yeah.
Okay. Wase Jum.
Wase umchukia
sana. I don't know.
Because alibadilika.
Of course.
Because alibadilika. He used to speak so soberly. You know, speaking about what is wrong nini lakini siku hizi jusako ndani
I mean it's tough.
Amekuwa tu psychophant analambaga.
That's your job too, lazima uko hivyo.
And then he even hosts a show. I don't know if it's on KBC. I don't know why
he has a show.
Imagine
government spokes where he says things.
Him is the host. No, him is the host and then he calls like another government person and then alamu interview.
The guy is creating for himself job
some shit.
I think the only guy who hacked that job and sort of wiggled out was Alfred Mutua. But he was actually one of the first guys to have that job, right?
I think so.
See, it was during Kibaki era.
Yeah.
And that was a nice time. Like
he still looks young. He doesn't age, that guy. But
so you think Lilianganga is regretting you guy?
Going to?
Si hepa ing Alfred akaingia pale Julian.
Check
it. Only need around.
Who's laughing
now?
Siku hizi na darapejezwa ngoma. No. Haikuwa hiyo.
Ndio request ya Alfred Mutua ukina rave hapo kwake Endel Hotel. Check nicheze Who's Laughing Now? Yes. Check. Nasikia Lilian alikosana allegedly na Julian.
Walishaachana hata pia.
Damn.
But they kind of co-parenting just okay.
Mbona alikosana na msema?
Manze kunaendaga tu hivyo. Unajua mkipatana on something that wasn't really long lasting. Itakuja tu kufizzle.
Me blame Boniface Mwangi.
Kwa nini?
Si alikushikilia member ya Juliani akaidirect towards Lilian.
For real?
Ujayo na hiyo meme. Alikuwa na supervise. Check awazi Juliani. I'm laughing now. Dish your kitu yako yote.
Geuza hizo pages bro.
Because not Boniface Mwangi was mad at Alfred Mutua for bombing his dick.
Check it dick ya Julian.
Food zake ni Madrid. But you guys, those breakups are painful, man. See, they have a kid together.
Yeah, they do. Wana co-parent tu vizuri.
Me Nduta, nowadays I feel you in history and not being in a relationship. Like right now my life is peaceful. Nikienda home natulia. There's no one looking for me, you guys. But there's no one checking who's calling me
and making up stories.
Yeah,
they may think there's kuna more pros than cons in being alone.
I think the only con ya kuna mse kukomonga. But there's a botch name identify pale kite.
Sasa zingine mimi naangaliaga hivi, would you rather have a person to komonga na hizi vitu zote zingine zinakuumiza roho?
Yes,
before you say anything else.
Me imagine I'd rather not.
A warm body maze is underrated maze. Well, I'm obviously joking, but maze companionship make it too big for any human.
Big
if it works.
If it works, exactly. And if you're willing to pay the cost.
You have to have some sort of balance where you're
okay
not
with making that.
I'm korofshani most of the time. I think that works maze. So Juliani maze ako in the street.
I think I go in the street.
But maybe it's alleged.
I think me I saw somewhere.
As in maybe it's not a true story. Nasikia Mulamwa mazee ameapologize yule demo wake na maflowers zingine ajabu.
Hata akiapologize na msitu mzima.
In fact sasa anambaya meno zingine fresh.
Maprimola sahi.
Amekaza mbele
sasa ni mamola.
Tuanze kuweka mademo yetu kwa iPod, you guys. Itashika, you guys really love that shit. But now you attract a weird audience.
Oh, when you have like a couple story.
Yeah.
But again, if you put yourselves out there, you'll be prepared for some shit.
Sometimes that's the easiest way to like couple content is really because either they're watching you for, you know, like I really love this couple and what they're doing, or they're watching you for
but also it's a nice
will break up and
it goes up and then it crashes.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
They're waiting to see.
You guys, me my next chick I'll really wake on this pod. Checky babe, what do you think? Checky
this is bila story.
Checky, I think I hate George and Dota especially. You can do it alone. Why do you have to have them?
Hi guys, welcome to the 1 a.m. breakfast banter where we actually tell you the truth of what's been happening. I'm here with Bashir and Dota.
You guys coordinates are dead. You guys, man, there's nothing that can angusha friends like chicks.
When you're having a relationship, for sure it changes you. I don't know why.
There's not chick I used to vibe, I used to hate Dota, you guys.
Which is I don't
Nduta komonga into yetu yote. Check me Nduta. So I'm asking what time
Nduta kuchapa haga hivi.
Check it. Chapa now the left one. Hiyo ishakuwa so. So I used to ask her, what time do you think I'm komonga inga?
See before the podcast. What do you mean? That's a damn question, maze.
Tunameet mapema for a heavy sesh. After tunaingia pod.
I wish a lot of people out here understood that, you know, you can be friends with chicks without ever having.
But then me going forward, I want to be komonga mummies. I think you'd rather keep them as friends because now you'll kosana with them.
And here's the thing: don't be friends from the get go. Sisamange wacha ni.
No, but sometimes you can want komonga katikati.
No, even if you want komonga, start as friends. Me, that's what I'd say.
Okay.
But now komonga will ruin the friendship.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're not you're
starting you have to choose one path.
You're starting off as friends, Sindio? And then you'll see if it develops into anything.
No, if but bringing up komongaing might ruin the friendship and now. So it's a risk.
If it does, leave it be. Just know it's done.
But now, do you want to lose the friendship?
But now the chickies will be like, what the fuck did you have to fuck up our friendship for that?
Yeah, like it'll leave you so.
Me, I'd say this. Don't befriend a chick or pretend to be friends with a chick with the end goal being komongaing.
I think
if you want
what should we do?
If you want komonga a chick, being friends with a chick, first of all, is just someone that you hata unapendaga tu kuchill tu na yeye.
Yeah.
Ati mnaweza tu chill.
It's nice.
Yeah.
But can you just chill
here's my sorry, go ahead.
No, you ask me.
Dilemma yangu ni if I want to chill with a chick, it means that napenda stories zake, napenda attitude zake, which means if I love those attributes, that's a lady who I want to be my romantic partner. So like the attributes for friendship for a guy, for a chick, they almost are the same.
There's a gray line.
The same way you be friends with a guy na mnachekanga tu and you never think of komongaing is the way you should accord friendship to a female the same way.
With a guy, but me don't komonga, George.
Yeah, that's the difference.
That's what I'm saying. The same way you have friendships with dudes that have no sexual things, is the same way you should have with chicks.
But you see a chick, to komonga him.
You see a chick, like there's not a chick who was saying that she's just my friend, right? But Maze, that chick, I really used to look at her boobs. Yeah?
So she was telling me to put as the argument, but no, I know what to say.
To explain.
No, it's true.
To be honest, I never ever said I want komonga, but the thought would cross my mind.
So you're saying
so there's a time I told her, what do you think of us dating? So she said it has never crossed her mind. Which you don't think that's a bit over a stretch?
No, she says it's never crossed her mind. Take it as it is, man.
But do you think she was being 100% honest?
I think so.
So she was just mumunying my finances.
Oh, your finances were mumunya?
Yeah, we used to go tunakula makeki, sijui tunaenda movie, sijui tunafanya nini.
That's on you. Yeah. Being performative and thinking this is what is gonna get you.
No, but it can cross your mind like, hey, this guy is being very nice to me. You don't think so, you guys?
As a good friend.
As a dude, you'd think, I can komonga, but you won't. But the chick can't say, it has never crossed my mind.
She can.
She can.
But is it true?
Just because you were buying
cakes? That's debatable.
I think they could be.
I think that's not being. I'm not saying you should want to komonga chick you're hanging with, but I think it has definitely crossed your mind.
Let me tell you.
My question is, I want this chick as a friend, and I know if I komonga, it will ruin a friendship. So that's where all men start. Like that's the starting point. So it's either with if chicks have told, I can't be your friend.
Oh, because you want to komonga.
Yeah, and that's okay.
That's the best way.
Yeah.
But again,
that's the best route.
Yeah, I'm telling. I can't be your friend. Not like you're not worthy of a friend, but because I'll just ruin it.
Yeah. And which will be like a worse thing to go through. Like
I think you're missing out. You're missing out on a lot of the aspects of chicks as humans, just because dudes just go straight to komonga.
I agree.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I wish all dudes would what after 2 year part of themselves where
what if your member say mamas but no you won't komonga?
If you know you won't, please rudisha your member chini and put that out of your mind. Try and nurture a good thing without.
But I think so too. I think so too, because you
miss out on a lot of good.
And then you lose a lot of people in your life who would have been there longer
because you just tried something.
Yeah. True, man.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. We all Kikuyu.
We all honey.
So you guy Bien Mazen nilimwona na kikuku pale nini?
Bien anateseo kuku bana.
But it's not the same chicken.
Ataka, it's not the same one.
But it looked a bit sad kabla pewe.
Yeah, it looked depressed. It was hanging its head.
It looked like it's wondering how it figured here in life. Chikseni kiko one date inapiga malaps.
Chicken iko na rider yake inapatia vitu mzuri.
Ma worms.
Ma candy corn.
But what do you think of him having a hen, man? I don't like this jogoth. Although someone was saying it's even their logo. So it is all.
Yeah,
it is. They have a jogoth.
In their music, they have that drops in the.
I think it cheapens him. He looks like a caricature.
I see what you mean, because not everyone across the world knows our reference at Ingoho na Waluya.
Yeah.
So when he does that, first of all inakani animal cruelty. Jokopo tu ameifinya tu akiwa naimba.
Alafu anaka na pull. You know the way Steve Simple Boy does weird things. Like him, he didn't need a rooster.
He doesn't need a rooster.
Dope, but think about it
as him.
But think about it. Kama amefika hapo, you think he doesn't know that? Like you think he doesn't know that side of the argument and that. So I think maybe it's calculated. No, I think
maybe a Georgie pod.
Kiwatch, I think ataona hiyo side.
I think he's because hajakuwa kifanya hivi forever, so maybe it's just a thing he's trying.
So then why is he doing it?
I think he thought he needs I need a gimmick. That's what
exactly,
I think he thought.
That's what I'm saying.
So it gives him more eyeballs?
Yeah,
it gives him more eyeballs, but
eyeballs,
again,
and like when I see him with the rooster, I'm like, why is he doing this?
How long
especially
are you
white people. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's a calculated
thing. White people don't think we are punks because of those weird
white
things.
People love that. White people are like, okay, what's the culture behind that? They Google.
But what's the culture behind that?
So it's just he's
because he didn't perform with chicken.
But chicken is part of the big five here, Kenya, bro. So like it's mayai. A lot of communities survive on chicken. Anyway, I don't know what
Bill Gates alisema kange kwa CEO wa Microsoft angeweka makuku.
Kahange kuwa.
Like if he was in Africa, living in Africa. Angekelea
makuku kwa jenga.
Can you imagine guys a punk? I watched his wife saying on some video at she choked with Bill Gates because he kept going to hang with Epstein. Uliona kitu?
Kwa island.
chiki what's up Epstein, how you doing, nishamaliza program wapi
achana maliza hii vista nakam tu hivyo jo.
So huyo Melinda alikuwa anasema she met Epstein once and he looked scary.
Yeah,
she just met him to see who the heck is this nigga.
There's nothing
nakasoma vibe yake.
Yeah. Maybe this guy used to organize mummies for these guys to come on gama.
Mummies,
but they were young
kids.
Yeah.
The underage kids.
Underage.
That's shit.
Yeah, why would you go for an island where you can find an 18-year-old? 18-year-olds.
What's wrong with human beings? Why would you want kumonga kids as a freaking billionaire?
See,
you can even afadhali hata ukweka PDD, you get hose, POKs,
Yeah.
You know, see you're a billionaire, you pay them, then you kumonga them. Adults, POKs, who want to do the job.
Yeah, who are kind of consensual. Yeah.
So now unaenda kutafuta you guys, that's
kids.
crazy.
I think it's just that level of maze unafika your ceiling for your fantasies.
You just try to live your fantasy
for
out.
Fetishes.
Kimaliza fetish yangu itakuwa kuingia Lake Victoria na Chaksi. Cheki unaona boti yote bro. But that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's craziness.
Yeah. Maze Didi aliachiliwa. Well, he was found not guilty of some
but two counts, but he has other counts.
They have to be they haven't sentenced him. He wanted bail.
They didn't give him bail.
Okay.
So ako jela mazee akingojea kutoka you guys. I think that guy will call the Punisher. Unajua the Punisher?
DC movie. Something.
No, the Punisher is a guy who used to call Komo.
The Punisher. Okay.
That guy is doing mad podcasts now, guy.
The bald-headed guy.
Spilling the beans and just talking about his career as a Punisher. You're talking about another guy he met, eh? So this guy told him,
called the Punisher form 2. Oh yeah, Punisher, nimepewa punishment ya kuosha choo. Unaweza kama unidungie.
So
right,
check you guys. So the Punisher was saying he met another Madhe and komongada. Kume that Madhe was married. So kidogo he meets a guy who tells him, "Hey bana, that chick you komongada was my wife." Na nasikia ulimkomonga vipoa sana. Unaweza rudi maze umkomonga. So now he went back. So they organized. They went to some hotel. He was with two of his friends. So the wife was like, no, the husband was like, no, just hang around. So it ended up those two of his friends, they waka komonga them, wife, as Punisher and now husband wanna watch. I think the husband was chapa yake yote. Check it. These guys were. You guys are sick. You guys.
Why guys so depraved? Yeah. You know, you can have. Skata, your thoughts can wander every now and then. You're a human, but the trick is not to indulge in those thoughts. If you see it's depraved,
but is it a bad thing?
Yeah, because these are thoughts.
Technically speaking,
you know, first
maybe you and your wife enjoy someone watching
people with consent.
So that's why Didi was free because of this consent.
Of course, there's extents to which you can go with consent, and it's all comfortable all around. Lakini kuna zingine tu ni depravities too, and you're just and here's the thing, once you get that high, your dopamine high, you ta keep ukisik, you're gonna keep seeking such,
and then you'll seek even a deeper one,
and itakuwa destructive.
Maybe that's how even kina these guys now figured a point where they start after a guy like Epstein.
Yeah.
Although sometimes I think it's also a demonic ritual of sorts.
Wanasema sex was spiritual.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it with that intent that is not,
because what would you want kumonga an underage person?
Yeah, an underage ama something an animal ama.
Me, I'll just stick with mboches hapo kitu.
But in that case,
the budget of 120 I mean the mix you guys.
Unakumbuka ile kuna ngoma zamani kwa nasema napenda njaro za mamboche. Call me anytime you want.
Call me anytime you want. Ndio. Call me anytime you want.
But I'm kidding, Mazi. I'm not commonging bottles.
It's okay, bro.
They deserve if you want.
Come on, but I'm not.
Service.
No, check it.
They deserve, yes.
Check kama vibe ina flow, we tembea.
So wewe utakomonga mamboche.
Nikipata.
Kama vibe ina flow, we tembea nayo.
Lakini mamboche niliona juzi alikuwa anakaa na weza yenyewe. You guys will come to my digs, it will be clean. Cheki Manuni nani? Cheki no, that's my partner.
That's my
Well, Mazi, so what's cutting? Tuna plug nini leo, Mazi? Comedies on the ropes. I never knew how important this network was.
Yeah.
I guess
shout out to Doug for ngangana in the last.
Yeah, that's big up, Mazi. Yeah.
We actually need a home. Itabidi tulambe nani Eric Lusavali, bro.
Itabidi tumerudi Panchiko, Mazi.
Tuanze ku practice our tongues.
Yeah, because where are we going?
Kwanza bash je tafanya nini?
Yeah, bash itabidi ameingiza.
Itabidi arudi keep Karen you guys.
Yeah.
itabidi I was telling Duta kwa hiyo entrance ya punchline tutakuwa kuna image ya rasa za boys. So unazilamba ziingie. Cheki.
Unaingia unasujudu.
But you guys will be back, mazi.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Roast 31st, I guess that's the only gig.
Yeah, very likely.
But I'm sure gigs will come up.
Is it atokea too?
Yeah, like me I think I'll panga a few gigs mazi to zipepeta. Yeah. We mazi you try nilikwambia unitengenezee iko wapi jo?
Manze bado.
Alafu ziko wapi zo painting jo? Nilioda painting.
Speaking of which man, you got the drawings for the pod na pia Blaze alibuy moja for the pod.
Shout out Blaze.
Yeah.
Nice. Shit. Shout out man.
We have 3. But I was figuring out because I need to get them either framed or kama ziko vile tu nimezi DIY frame nizilete to this.
Will it last?
They will last, but shida was looking at the weight.
How about when we are moving?
No, that's what I was gonna discuss with you because the DIY frame to na paper like hard paper, which I would essentially stick here with like double-sided tape. But if I put an actual frame, ile maka na glass inaweza kuwa trick.
So then let's use the DIY so that when we move, because we may be moving.
Yeah. So I will definitely. Mbona siji nilisahau leo nilikuwa natoka na haraka but I was gonna.
With the Blaze alinitumia so tatu flani on the podcast, the live stream. And some other guys who I don't remember. There's another guy called Brian Ruto, I think.
Yeah.
He sent $1 million.
Hello.
Nice.
Like that.
So there's a couple of guys who sent me 100 bobs. And then Blaze sent me 300 bob. I wish I had I'll start writing these things down. So
you support ni dope ajo.
Yeah. And then some guy called Ian Ngigi or something sent $10.
Wow.
Nice,
shout out.
On a random Sunday, you guys. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Alafu msee kutumia hiyo so yake. Hata Kim, kuna msee anaitwa Kim anakuanga pod, he's always commenting. He says he says he's our day one, ametwatch from day one.
Yeah, and to everyone else who has sent that we haven't mentioned, as a big up.
Asante.
Another person we're bringing up is the members.
Yeah.
The members have stabilized the pod. Pod mazina is aliparenta.
Hey,
man, that's dope.
Can you imagine you guys?
I love that.
Yeah, it makes you feel nice.
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency by the kisangana hapo umejitolea kama sijini.
The first ilienda when?
Feb
2023. Crazy.
Oh, Feb.
Wow.
Crazy.
So tukiendelea hivi mazee, we'll keep expanding slowly but surely.
Sure, true that.
Yeah,
true that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cheers guys.
Adios.
See you on the next one. Bye.